Hello there. I hope you guys are doing well. And today's video, I want to talk about language learning once more. Well, I have a lot of things to talk about because my last video was some days ago, and many things has happened since then. So, um, well, I've been learning the three languages that I said I was learning, those being English, French, and Latin, and I have made some progress in it. Um, right now, my Latin is with 4 and something, some minutes, hours of input. So I think I have around 4 and 25 minutes of input in Latin, and my level is surprising myself because I'm starting to be able to understand some things with such a little time of input. And that's really a thing that I'm enjoying because I'm able to um, understand some aspects of Latin, although I'm not saying that I'm studying um, Latin in a level right now that I can't understand, let's say, a book of Cicero or something. No, far from it. But the fact that I'm being able to understand um, the content made for learners is something that I enjoy because I feel that I'm progressing. I feel that my level is increasing, at least in the reading and listening proficiency. I'm using the Legentibus app in which I'm being able to listen and read to the language gradually more. That's a thing that I'm appreciating quite a lot. I enjoy learning Latin because uh, Latin is such a cool language to learn. I like the phonology of Latin, the grammar of Latin, and all the things that Latin brings with it. Latin was the language used by Cicero, was or as you say in the classical ecclesiastical reconstructed pronunciation, like the classical reconstructed pronunciation, Cicero, and the language of Cicero. It is the language of many great writers and philosophers, and the language used by the church through 2 millennia, and I really enjoy Latin. Well, my progress right now isn't. I'm in a level that I can understand basic content when I read and listen, and because I know Portuguese, I'm a native speaker of Portuguese. I study English. I have a proficient level in English, and also I'm study French. Because of all those three languages, I have a deeper knowledge in Latin because I can understand many words in Latin just because I speak those three languages, or I know something of those three languages with some kind of proficiency. Well, that that's a thing that I really appreciate. Like, for example, there is the word lacrimus in Latin that I can easily understand because of lagrima in Portuguese, or even, like, let's say that there is the word of there is the music of the song of Mozart that comes to mind, Lacrimosa. So yeah, but because of that, I have already a foundation to build upon it. I am thinking on how I will approach. I think I will use Legentibus for periods of time, learning more, trying to understand first, to read and listen to. So I want to develop this feeling of the language, and then I will start doing shadowing. I will study Latin pronunciation, but also I will start to doing shadowing. So training to develop a good pronunciation. Then I'm thinking later start to study Latin grammar because I really enjoy it. It's not a thing. Some people do not like grammar at all, but I am the one in the group of people who really enjoy grammar. I enjoy to study about language more theoretically. Well, that's it for Latin. For my French, I have made some very good progress as well. I started using some programs here and there, some apps that I've stopped, and right now I'm mainly use comprehensible input. So I started using um, the content in the Dreaming French platform. But firstly, it is a platform that's still starting to get properly organized. They are publishing videos with a small frequency, and there aren't many videos there to watch. So there are some videos, but I watched um most of them, the free ones, because I do not have the premium plan and I have no desire of buying it. But the basic plan, the free plan, I've watched almost all the videos there. And then I am now with this level in which the beginner and super beginner level videos are very boring for me because I already understand them, I already know the meaning of them quite easily, etc. So I'm not using Dreaming French anymore. After Dreaming French, I started to use YouTube and search for language learning, like channels to teach you French through comprehensible input through the natural method. Um, Learn French in the natural way. Learn French as a native. Those type of stuff. You know, I've watched many videos of it, and I've consumed quite a lot of time of in those videos. But right now, I have passed through uh, other part of my journey. I've let those videos aside because I can understand they are very useful for me still because there are many words that I don't know. However, I want my goal with French for now is to get into the native content as fast as possible because when I got to the native content, I will start to be able to enjoy the language. And right now I'm doing 30 minutes per day, but I'm thinking of increase the amount of time I spent with French. Maybe for an hour or 40 minutes per day. I'm thinking about it still. However, I've realized that those type of channels that speak slowly and try to make you understand through a comprehensible input method are very useful, and they are still useful for me, but I do not want to consume content there only. I want to start to consume other content. So I started to use um, cartoons, like cartoons to children, and then I started to consume that type of content because I want just to enjoy the cartoon, and it was good. I've watched some cartoons. I've watched there's this cartoon named Lou, which is a very famous French cartoon, and I've watched all episodes of it. completely. And then I've changed it to other cartoon, which is a Quebecois, a cartoon from the Quebec. I do not know how to say the name of it still, like Quebecois. Um, but then from the Quebec, and it was a very good cartoon. I've watched 10 or more episodes of it, and I've said, you know what, this cartoon is very enjoyable, but I want something more challenging. And I want something that is made for natives and not kids, because I like to watch kid content, but not too much. If I watch too much kid content, it gets saturated. So I started to watch all the types of content. I started to watch content for natives, and then I started to watch Minecraft videos for natives because I do enjoy Minecraft quite a lot, and I do understand a lot more than other stuff. So I understand because I already know the game. When the person talks about breaking a block, I will understand easier than if it was other game or other topic, because I've played Minecraft quite a lot, and I've watched many videos about Minecraft in Portuguese, English, and now in French. So this is um, something that I've been looking towards in my French, and I'm starting to watch content, native content massively. I'm starting to consume native content and to enjoy it. Um, you may ask how many hours do I have in my French right now, and I shall answer you. I have 107 hours, the last time I checked, and I'm registering all the time that I spent with French as well with Latin. There. And then I will keep recording how much time I've spent, because I want to know how much time I have put into the language, so I can more or less know my level and how much time I have spent to reach that level. And that's one thing for my French. But I've been thinking I want to start to be able to talk in French a little bit. Right now, I can listen to French and understand. My listen skills are getting increasingly better because I'm using the comprehensive input method, kind of following the ALG, but I'm not following the ALG properly because the ALG doesn't allow you to check subtitles or do some things here and there, and I do a lot of things. I do not care what those methods say. I do care if the method that I'm using will make me fluent faster, will make me proficient faster. And faster, not necessarily optimal, but like I do want to enjoy the language while I'm learning, but I do want to reach some level of proficiency eventually. I have no rush to get really good in French because my goal right now is to improve my English, and my French is not like I'm not devoting a lot of time to my French. I'm using only 30 minutes per day, which is not a lot. And then my French will increase the proficiency slowly. But my listen right now is increasing a lot, and I change it to be able to understand very basic content adapted for learners, to more advanced content adapted for learners, to children cartoons, and now I'm watching gameplays and other more complicated stuff for natives um, in French. But also, I've realized that I want to start to practice a little bit of speaking eventually. And to do so, I want to start to understand the pronunciation. So I've started to study the pronunciation of French. I doing so watching videos in French. So I do not want to watch videos in English, for example, about French, the French language, or about the pronunciation in French, because this doesn't make sense for me. um, the time that I spent with the language is a time that I have enough input. So I want to spend time with the language, learning about the language. In this way, I will have both benefits of spend time with the language and also to learn about the language. And thus, that's what I'm doing with French right now. I started to study pronunciation and started to uh, dive deep into those aspects. I want to improve my pronunciation because I want to be able to uh, talk about to start talking in French. That's what I mean. Um, and to other thing as well, I'm planning to do is start to shadowing. I want to start to shadow because I want to be able to start speaking small phrases. I already can speak like bonjour, comment ça va, or things like that. But my pronunciation is quite broken yet. I can say je m'appelle Miguel, je suis un étudiant, and some things like that. But I want to learn more, and to do so, I want to use shadowing as a technique. Um, that's a thing that I've been looking for in my French, and I want to start to studying through shadowing. So for now, my goals with French are watch native content level, um, with the right amount of challenge. I do not want to watch something too hard or too easy. The actual amount of level that I need. That's the first thing. The second thing is start to study about pronunciation and grammar. So I want to start eventually study about the grammar as well, but right now I'm studying about pronunciation. Um, and that's what I'm doing. So start about study about pronunciation and grammar, and then start to do shadowing. Three things. When I start to do shadowing, I will start to be able to apply all the things that I know about pronunciation in my language actually speaking. Then I will later be trying other methods. For example, I will try to talk as I'm doing right now with English. I will try to do so with I will try to do so with French. And that's my goal. For my English, I am trying to improve it in all the ways that I can. I have a really good time learning English right now because I already have a reasonable amount of proficiency, and now I can enjoy myself with the language quite a lot. So I can watch contents in the language, watch movies in the language, read books in the language. I said that I've bought two new books. I've showed them here. They being Peter Pan and Arabian Nights, and I want to enjoy myself more in English while I'm improving. I do not want to stop improving in English because I want to reach the C2 plus level, be very proficient in English because I shall need it. I want to be a writer in English as well in those other three languages, those other four languages: Portuguese, English, French, and Latin. Um, I want to be able to talk better in English, to be more proficient in it, and you know, to be very um very connected with the language. You know what I mean? That's the thing that I'm looking forwards in my English. Well, I'm using different methods to uh, learn English. I'm trying to have contact with all the types of skill, that being listening, writing, reading, and speaking, as I'm doing right now. There is also the grammar study that I'm trying to have, and I'm trying to put all the things together and to study a little bit of everything. And right now, I think I have around 3 hours of time devoted to language learning, not active time studying, but like time that I spent with all my languages, all the language that I'm learning, all my target languages. This time that I'm devoting to it, I want to keep it that way because I want to do other things as well. But my goal is to connect um, my daily routine with English. For example, I can study math with English. In this way, it will be more efficient my language learning, because I will not be I will, when I'm learning math, which is a thing that I need to do and I like to do and I already do, I will also be studying um, English. So that's it. My goal for my English is to try to keep improving it. Honestly, I think I'm reaching, probably I'm reaching the C1 level. I think I'm not in the C1 level right now. Probably my listening and my reading are beyond the C1 level. Um, I'm quite sure that my listening is not B2 level anymore, nor my reading. I think my both are either C1 or C2 level. My speaking I believe to be the in the B2 levels too. I do not think that I'm C1 speaking in speaking yet. And my uh how's that called? My writing, I'm trying to improve, but I think I'm B2 still. I do not feel that I'm quite proficient in writing yet. Well, that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video here, and I shall record videos later to the channel. I want to keep recording videos here and there, trying to talk about languages and things that I like without any pressure. I do not want I do not have the desire to grow this channel here. I just want to have this place to share experiences with you guys and share my language routine, things that I do, things that I like, and just dialogue some things here and there. So, see you guys soon. Bye.